Hello ladies and welcome back to my channel. For anyone who's new, my name is Olivia. Now before I start talking about today's video, I've got to say I had myself a wee bit of a shaper tantrum this morning. Every single shaper that I pulled out in the white color is dirty. I had them in the cupboard over there and I didn't pull them out. I was supposed to pull them out on Friday so that when I did laundry on Sunday, they could get tossed in with the white clothes. And yeah, I blew that. I need to keep in mind that I'm easily distracted. So I should have pulled them out and tossed them in the laundry hamper instead of leaving them in the cupboard over there. So I had myself a wee bit of a tantrum and threw them all. This is the only shaper in white that I can use because they're all filthy. I'm not gonna lie, they're covered, the inside of the bands is covered in makeup because, well, foundation, it kind of rubs off. So that's why you see all the big pile of white over there. Now I am wearing the signature and it's fitting pretty good. It's kind of cool. I didn't remove any of the stuffing, which is kind of awesome. I did do my hair a little bit differently underneath of it, so it's spread out more and it's not back. It's not high, it's wide, if that makes sense. Now, I've got my kitten at my feet. I've got my coffee in my cup and scarves on the table. Now, I'm not bothering today. Sorry, my eyeballs are itchy. I didn't bother with my eye makeup. I didn't bother with my allergy medicine this morning either. So my eyeballs are going to itch just a bit. Where was I? Words. Oh, I've got the two scarves that I've got two scarves on my table. Two types of scarves, I should say. I've got a Melody, which is the flat Sari type of scarf, because I said yesterday I was going to be wrapping with a Sari scarf, and this is the one that jumped out at me and said, wear me. And I've got to choose between two scarves, and I haven't quite done it yet, two square scarves. I'm not sure if I want to go with this camel color. Yeah, I'm not sure what the actual color was from Rapunzel, but I always call this one camel. To go with this because it pulls this color here, or if I want to go with this insanely awesome pink color, which totally pulls the pinks. It's kind of up in the air right this minute. I have not practiced this wrap, so it may take a little bit to get it, because sometimes I just, I dream about these things. I'm laying there in bed, half conscious, and I'm like, wouldn't that be really cool? And I try it out. So just give you a heads up. This may take a little bit, and there may be some failures involved. Okay, now as far as the makeup, because I've just realized I haven't finished my coffee and my brain is a little fuzzy. That I'm just not in the mood. I have not been in the mood for the past week to even bother with makeup. So again, today, no makeup. You get to see my rosy, clean face here. I'm going to take a sip of coffee, and then I'm going to eeny, meeny, miny, moe these scarves and go with it. Because I've got to get this day started. My babies let me sleep in today, so I'm way behind already. Now, to say they let me sleep in after, I think pink today. They woke me up for feed time, and then they let me go back to sleep. They didn't do their normal morning shenanigans, making trouble. So I got to go back to sleep and sleep really good. Typically, they come in and they're pouncing on the bed and doing their normal kitty cat fun stuff. Okay, now I'm folding it, and I should probably explain this as I'm going along. That would be the reason this is called a tutorial. I apologize. It's again folded over like at the corner. So I'm grabbing this corner, just folding over a little bit, forming that triangle, that very odd triangle. All the math people will know what this triangle is called, or this type of triangle. I'm not even going to pretend that I understand what they're called. Anyway, flipping it back over my head, I'm going to place this so that this piece will come back around the back, but not be too ginormous. Now, I don't know that I want it at an angle. I don't know. But let's see what it looks like without the angle. Now I think because this, my friends, has a pocket in the back because it's Velcro, I think I'm going to stuff this tip into the Velcro pocket. Okay, that should help it stick a little bit. Now, if this doesn't look right, I may end up doing, yeah, I don't like the way this looks. So let's see if I can get that smoothed out. No, we got puckering right here. If I roll it under, no. Okay, so it's got to be an angle. I don't really foresee that unpuckering. If you don't mind the puckering at the front, totally, that's cool. I'm just not feeling it today. Okay, so we'll do this in an angle. Okay, so we're gonna go this way. When I was thinking about this one, for some reason, the details were what I focused on, the finishing details. I did not so much pay attention to what this portion looked like, so that's why I can be so flexible here. Okay, so bringing this around, and I'm going to fold it in just like so, just to get it nice and neat. All right, now I have the melody. Now I cannot remember, I've had this one. This was, I believe this was either my first or second melody. So I'm not remembering if this is turquoise or teal, but I remember when I got it, it had these little people on it. And I was like, oh my gosh, there are little people on my scarf. So it had these 2 strips of little people. And it really made me happy. So I don't remember. Now, on the front, since I'm going with the pink, I have these two patterns. If I were going with the camel color, I would have left this one up front. But since I'm not, I'm going with this pink, I'm going to roll that underneath. I'm just going to fold it underneath. This should hold up really well, fold up really well, and you'll get to see this at the very front. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to put this on with with a short tail and a long tail. And I want the long tail to come up on this side. Thinking that's the way. And I will give this one a tie. Yes. In the back. Okay, so I have this little teeny tiny tail. Now, this teeny tiny tail is just a technicality. I could have done the technique where I just used, oh my goodness, I need more coffee before I do these things. I could have used a different technique where this tail was even really short, so that I could just tuck it in as I tie, kind of like this, you know, tuck it through. But I think this will come in handy as a part of the design. So I just a little tail. I also didn't need this to be any longer than it is. Okay, I hope that made sense. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold in a little bit. And I want to have a big ruffle that goes around. So I'm thinking, I'm just going to bring this up. Maybe I don't even need to fold it yet. Okay, so I'm just ruffling it up really quickly. What I'm going to do, and I'm going to spread this out. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, this is too big. Okay, I'm going to have to fold it in half. Or at least like so, at least in thirds. So that when I ruffle it up, it's not everywhere. Okay. Okay. I'm grabbing it by the bottom. So off camera, I'm grabbing it by here. And I'm just going to try to keep it centered. Just like so. Just like so. All the way up. Okay. All right, now I'm not worried right this second because I'm going to be pulling this back down and spreading out the ruffles, but getting all the ruffles in one place for now is my goal. I'm gonna fix this in a minute. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take this beauty and I'm gonna bring it up and down the center, trying to keep it as small as possible or as thin as possible, just straight down the center, keeping this. And then I'm going to bring it around. You can see I have a small piece that wants it to escape. I'm just going to, okay, and then I've got extras. Just tucking it in, just like so. Okay, just to get it out of the way because I don't need all of it. Okay, now I might leave that there just for a second in case I have to readjust once I pull down and spread out my floofs, my ruffles. Now, if I find my ruffles are a little bit too narrow and I want to show more, I can grab underneath and allow some of that, what I've folded under, to come out. Okay, so I'm going to move this back just some. Okay. So I'm just going to continue. I could just center all of my ruffles right on this side, so it'd be a side ruffle wrap, but I want to see how I can do this with getting the ruffles all the way across like a ruffled headband. Now I'm going to bring this through and see if I can get this to be part of the design. All right, let's see. All right, that will work. Okay, so I'm gonna get this guy turned and get him all fun. Okay. I'm gonna pull this through. So I have this guy. I think this is going to work. Okay, Now this has gotten a little too big, so I'm going to stuff that edge under, and I'm going to pull this down just a little bit. The same back here. And see if I can't spread these guys out some more to kind of blend in over here. So kind of cool in my mind. It's kind of interesting. It's almost like a little bonnet. Okay. This one makes me happy. This one makes me really happy. I don't know that it's exactly how I pictured it, but this is so cute. Okay. And I know it's not to everybody's taste, but it does remind me of some of those really fun bonnets. So it's like really cool. Okay, now I probably will not be, no, not probably, I will not be wearing this all day. It's just a little bit too on the fun and whimsical side, like a little Bo Peep kind of look. So it's cool, but not really practical for my purposes today. It is nice to have it turn out and not be a hot mess. But let me turn around and show you the back. This one's kind of cool. It makes me happy. Again, not to everybody's tastes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down and try a little bit, a slightly different look with these two scarves. Okay, so I've got this. Okay, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to bring it back up. This way and around. Okay, and I'm going to take this guy up at the angle. Now I don't have enough here to do much of anything here. Could probably get a little hair tie, whatever, and have a cute little flower. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. I'm gonna hide this one away though. So I cut it to this point. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna bring it up, and I'm gonna tuck it. Just to get it out of the way. Try to keep it flat though. It's acting like it wants to be a big, huge, bulky bump in the back. Right, you. And we are pushing you back some. And you here. Okay. All right. Now this is a little bit bulkier, but I'm okay with that. I didn't fold it in all neat and tidy. Just bringing it up here. Now, I do not like it when all these little bits and pieces, bits and bobs kind of hang out, so I'm folding them in and I'm bringing it up. Okay, now bring up, adjust. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up. Just like so. Okay, just like so. All right, so I'm going to take, I'm not gonna tie a knot because there's not a lot of scarf there. I'm going to find a hair tie. If I had a light colored hair tie, this would be better, but I have a dark one. Okay, a few layers around. Okay, and there we have it. No, I'm just joking. We are not going for the two-tone bunny ear look, but I noticed a piece right here that wasn't laying properly. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece And I'm going to fold it under, just like so. And I'm gonna lay it flat. Before I do any pinning, I wanna see how this is gonna look, for reals look. And I just took, here's the ends, I'm overlapping them, and I'm laying them out like this. I'm gonna flatten them, obviously, get them flat out, and roll underneath the seamed edge. And I think that might be cute. I think that might be cute. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this and leave this hang down because I think I might like that better. I didn't like that. The only thing I didn't like about the flower was that piece, this kind of sticking out. It's weird. But I've got these. Pull a little bit tighter. Be careful not to pull too aggressively because you may pop a stitch or two in the melody. We've got these guys. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take a couple of straight pins. I put them in the drawer to hide them from the cat. Micah has an obsession with pins, and yeah, he just can't have pins. So I'm just pinning it where I think it needs it to hold it in place. So it comes out almost like a little fascinator. I can put a brooch in the center, and I probably will. Something small. Okay, and that's it. It's just two of them. So this is what it looks like on the top. Okay, and I have this piece here. I'm going to leave it just the way it is. Now, when I go into my brooch box, I'm going to choose something that's not too over the top and ostentatious because this is already a little over the top. So this might be, this one might be, I don't know, this one might be a little too much. Or maybe in the wrong color, because here's a silver. Let's see. Oh, this one's pink. Okay, I think this one. I think we're gonna go with this one. And I'm going to just lightly pin, I'm just gonna pin it in, trying to get it in the center and not to stab me, which I did. Okay. All right, so here is today's fun look with a Sari scarf, a melody, and a square, just a plain square scarf. Okay. Let me know what you think about the first wrap. It was a little Bo Peepish, but it was kind of cool and fun. And I will get on to my housework and drinking my coffee. And hopefully all my words will start forming in my head and coming out of my mouth at the same, in appropriate order and stuff. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in the next one.